Oh, you can feel the tension in this arena. Sudden death overtime is underway. Rips it and rips it! Grabbed along the boards by Hamilton. Great reach with the poke check by McDavid. The Oilers are in transition. Broken up by Hamilton. Pinned up along the boards. The Oilers gain possession. The backhand, and that one's blocked. Stays with it. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Gains the zone through center. The Oilers scoop it up along the boards. Jackson's got it in the defensive end. They're looking to make something happen through the neutral zone now. The Sharks take it along the wall. The Oilers look to start the transition game. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Can't connect. Looking to end it. Back at the point, they set it up. Turned aside with the glove by Grubauer. In front and a stoppage. Play as the goaltender covers things up. This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Huge goal in overtime. Boy, look at how it's changed the series, Ray. The win and the series lead.
that isn't it yet, is it? I'm assuming it's the only. Oh my god.
You know, and I think it's easy for a lot of people to sit there and post the pictures and the gifs over the fact that you talked about being in it to win it this year and you came up short. But you know what? They looked good all season long. They just ran into a better team here. I'm not going to sit here and bury this team. You look at these two teams, how they matched up, and over the course of the series, the better team won here. This is not about what somebody didn't do or rise to the challenge or rise to the occasion. They simply got beat. And sometimes you just have to tip your hat to a better team. And that's what we saw, case in point, here tonight. Let's get to the phones. We got Joe. You know, and I think one of the other storylines to me that I'm intrigued by is, you know, you look at what we've seen from him, and yes, we all know he's a talented player, but can he win? Can he win the Stanley Cup? And I think that question needs to be asked now because, you know, he's been in the league for more than a half a decade. I like what he said this week, that he's all in, that he is ready to be in it to win it. You know, I think he's going to need his teammates to be in that same mindset as well, right? I mean, he can only control what he can control, but let's see if there's a different player out there on the ice this year because, you know, I think there's a lot of talent there, but I think a lot of people have kind of seen like, can he break on through to be great, right? There's very good, and then there's great. And I think we're waiting to see if he can make that jump and win the Stanley Cup. All right, to the phones we go. Matthew is online. You know, and the whole narrative and the expression being good in the room, right? You know, chemistry is important with a team. You know, how many times have we seen teams that are absolutely stacked with talent and they fall apart? Why? Because there was just a disconnect within the room. And I know with some reporters and some of the media members asking the kid, saying, "Hey, you know what? Why? How do you endear yourself to teammates more?" I don't know if there's ever really an answer. I mean, you can go out and try to be the best player you can be. That's one way to do it. You know, personally speaking, I think another great way to do it is buying everybody pizza, because you know who likes pizza? Everybody, right? Everybody loves pizza. Let's go back to the phones here. Let's go to Brent. Brent is on line 3.
No way. No. Patrick Kane? Wait. Where's McDavid? Richard. McDavid. Oh, fuck, where's McDavid? Hold up, let's view the lines. Wait, what? No, you gotta be shitting me.
Well, let's take a look at how the standings were impacted with some of the final scores around the league tonight. The Oilers took on the Blackhawks. Edmonton peppers the opposition with a strong offensive performance for the win. Time to look at what was happening elsewhere in the NHL schedule. The Devils were on the road up against the Maple Leafs. New Jersey took it in overtime. The Red Wings took to the road to match up with the Lightning. Tampa punches their way to victory thanks to a strong offensive display. We'll check the inbox, we'll check the text line to hear what you have to say next.
Alright, screw it. I only got one more year with these guys, so... I don't want to be drafted to a different team. So I'm gonna work on that tonight, and then I'm gonna get off.
Let's check in on some of the final scores across the league tonight. The Habs were in tough with the Senators. Ottawa treated everyone to a magical offensive display, and they come away with the win. The Flames had an on-ice collision with the Panthers. Calgary pile drove their competition with a big-time win. The Ducks were hoping to come up with 2 points on the road against the Jets. Anaheim tested their mettle in this one, but they still come away with the win. We gotta take a quick break, but we got a lot more coming your way next. Well, some fun, some drama, a little bit of everything on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at some of those scores around the league.
We're 8-0.
The Yotes were on the road to take on the Oilers. Edmonton pokes home the winner in the shootout. The Stars were in a dogfight on the road against the Ducks. Dallas topples their opponents with a strong effort late. The Blue Jackets were hoping to quiet the crowd on the road against the Golden Knights. Columbus proved to be a little too much to handle in this night. A very special guest drops by on the show, and we'll do that next. All right, at this time, everyone, we'll catch you up on what went down in all the action in the league tonight. The Cats took to the ice to lock up with the Blue Jackets. Florida tightened it up in their own end, and as a result, they get the shutout victory. The Coyotes were hoping to grab 2 points up against the Wild. Minnesota powered their way defensively all night long to a shutout victory. The Blackhawks took to the ice for a collision with the Jets. Chicago teed up a victory in a tightly contested affair. The story on the ice continues in a moment. Let's take a look at the rest of the action on the ice tonight in the National Hockey League. The Blue Jackets took to the ice to battle the Red Wings. Columbus played pad the stats night, winning easily. The Kraken paired up with the Jets. Winnipeg turns in a strong defensive effort, enough to preserve the win. The Predators faced off with the Sharks. San Jose played pad the stats night, winning easily in this one. Lots more still to come, including the story in MMA, the hardwood, and more. Stay with us. And you know, all eyes on this one man who might be able to hit 200 points for his career if he can have a decent little night and get on the score sheet. I'd love to see that happen. You know, a model of consistency for the franchise since joining the team. And, you know, hey, 200 points in the National Hockey League is no easy feat. So let's see if it all plays out later on tonight. All right, still to come here on the show, my pregame interview. Busy night of action on the ice. Let's take a look at some of the finals that are in from tonight. The Canadiens had their hands full with the Golden Knights. Vegas tops the opposition in a game that had a little bit of everything on this night. The Blues were on the road to take on the Hurricanes. Carolina performed brilliantly in the skills competition, and they get the shootout win. The Jets were looking to steal 2 against the Canucks. Vancouver tops the opposition in a fun one. We are as cool as ice, and we are bringing you many more stories from the NHL. We're doing it next. And, you know, hey, I want to bring it back for a second and talk to about him because, you know, 200 points in his career. He hits the number tonight, and you could just see how excited his teammates. They knew, he knew, the coaching staff knew, and so just a nice little team celebration there, and kind of speaks volumes to just how close this team is. So nicely done. It was nice to be a part of the moment here tonight. All right, much more still ahead here on the show. We'll get into your calls. All right, let's go around the horn and see what happened elsewhere around the NHL tonight. The Oilers were hoping to fly high on the road against the Golden Knights. Edmonton pulls this one out in the extra frame as they get the overtime winner. The Coyotes were in a dogfight on the road up against the Stars. Dallas turned it up in the skills competition, and they get the extra point in the win. The Ducks look to run roughshod over the Wild. Minnesota pile drive their opponents with a huge offensive night. Hey, we got to pay a couple of bills here, but we got a lot more action we got to get to. Stay with us. I want to bring it back to him for just a second here. When you look at trying to project who's going to win what awards this season, I'll say this. I think you're looking at the leading candidate for the Lady Byng Award. You know, most gentlemanly player. And it's not to suggest he's soft. He plays hard. He competes. He's not dirty. Goes out there and delivers. Right? That's a guy you can trust out there. I think that's why he's earned a lot of respect from his teammates as well. But I think if I'm going to pencil in a winner right now, I'm going to lean towards him to claim the Lady Byng Award. All right, we'll take some of your predictions. Phones are wide open right now. Well, busy night in the National Hockey League. Let's see what happened elsewhere on the ice. The Sharks went toe-to-toe on the road against the Wild. San Jose tramples the opposition with a big offensive night. The Kraken played on the road against the Islanders. Seattle posts the win thanks to a big offensive effort. The Ducks faced off against the Lightning. Anaheim topples the opposition with a big offensive effort, as they're known to do. We got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. Now let's take a look at some of the rest of the action tonight in the NHL. The Kraken paired up with the Red Wings. Seattle pushed on through for the 2 points thanks to the shootout win. The Ducks had a tall order to fill as they tried to take 2 on the road against the Wild. Anaheim tightens it up when they needed to most, and they preserved the victory. The Blue Jackets were looking to steal 2 points against the Lightning. Tampa Bay pulverized the competition with this one. We got to take a quick break, everybody, but we've got a lot more to get to. Stay with us. Was there any volatility in the standings across the NHL tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the final scores to find out. The Kraken played on the road against the Maple Leafs. Toronto topples the opposition with a strong effort at both ends. The Yotes took to the road to match up with the Sharks. Arizona posts an impressive win in a tightly contested affair. The Bruins were hoping their offense would show up in a big way against the Sabres. Buffalo torches the opposition with a big night. Hey, no shortage of action and drama on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at what happened elsewhere. The Oilers were hoping to play spoiler against the Islanders. The New York Islanders took this one with a strong defensive effort in their own end. The Avs were hoping to take a bite out of the Capitals. Colorado toppled their opponents with a big offensive night. The Golden Knights battled it out against the Panthers. Florida put on a clinic defensively en route to a shutout victory. Hey, we got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more on the other side. Don't even think about leaving us. All right, let's take a look at some of the final scores in the league tonight. The Blue Jackets were looking to grab points on the road against the Predators. Columbus taps into another gear and pick up the 2 points in the win. Time for a quick break, but we got a lot more coming up on the ice next.
Did I fail or succeed?
Back to the show, everybody. I'm James Cebulski, and hey, the playoffs are here. The intensity's ramping up, and you can see it in the eyes of the players as they met with the media, and you can also see it in the coaching staff as well. And from what I understand, the coach, and I'll tell you what, I like this. You want your best players to be exactly that if you're hoping to win. And for the coach to kind of challenge, hey, listen, you need to get off to a good start. We need you to be the catalyst here. We need you to lead by example. And quite frankly, he's got to be. Set the tone. If you want to win, set the tone. Draw that line in the sand, or at least draw that line in the ice. But get off to a good start. I think it's critical for this team here this spring. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's go to Mike.
We have Pionk. Shut the fuck up and kill yourself, because either way I'm about to win the Lady Bing trophy. And that's the only trophy I've ever won. I doubt it, but I mean, they're probably gonna win next game. Actually, I kind of hope it, so we're just out of the fucking playoffs and I can get this over and done with. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I mean, did I lie? Just hurry the fuck up. Yeah, dude, I'm succeeded. Yeah. Okay. I've never been so relieved for another team to beat me. Okay, kill yourself. You know
And
what?
I think it's easy for a lot of people to sit there and post the pictures and the gifs over the fact that you talked about being in it to win it this year and you came up short. But you know what? They looked good all season long. They just ran into a better team here. I'm not going to sit here and bury this team. You look at these two teams, how they matched up, and over the course of the series, the better team won here. This is not about what somebody didn't do or rise to the challenge or rise to the occasion. They simply got beat. And sometimes you just have to tip your hat to a better team. And that's what we saw, case in point, here tonight. Let's get to the phones. We got Joey.
Oh my god.
If we
Wait,
bring it
did I
back
win the
to it
Lady
for a
Bing?
second here, I think we're really starting to see the real version of who
Let's
he
go. Fuck
is,
on a
not
string.
just on the ice, but we're starting to see that personality pop a little more within the room. And, the way he kind of engages with the media, the way he's kind of expressed himself out on social media a little bit, you're starting to see that, a little bit of a goofball every once in a while, right? And that's okay to kind of see with the genuine persona. And I think from what I understand,
Did I ever win the Lady Bing? Let's check. Strat Central. Awards. Individual awards. The Lady Bing. No, what the fuck? How did Kucherov, out of all people, win that? 'Holy shit, Patrick Laine won awarded to the most outstanding NHL player selected by the members of the National Hockey League Player Association. He won the Ted Lindsay Award. There's no way this happened in real life. The most goals in a season. Kucherov, how many goals did he get? I mean, I'm not surprised, but how many goals did he get? 40 goals, 20 goals, 20 goals, 38 goals. Oh my god. Four hat tricks. 233 points.
You know, and I think one of the other storylines to me that I'm intrigued by is, you look at what we've seen from him, and yes, we all know he's a talented player, but can he win? Can he win the Stanley Cup? And I think that question needs to be asked now because, he's been in the league for more than a half a decade. I like what he said this week, that he's all in, that he is ready to be in it to win it. I think he's going to need his teammates to be in that same mindset as well, right? I mean, he can only control what
Oh
he
my
can control,
fucking god.
but let's see if there's a different player out there on the ice this year because, I think there's a lot of talent there, but I think a lot of people have kind of seen like, can he break on through to be
Shut the fuck
great,
up.
right? There's very good, and then there's great. And I think we're waiting to see if he can make that jump and win the Stanley
Thank
Cup.
you.
All
Oh
right,
my
to the
god, hold
phones we
on.
go. Matthew is on line 4.
Alright.
I will say
Puck
this,
on a
and
string.
I think the fans love him. I think they've been really impressed with what they've seen in the early goings of his career. I think the media really like what they see, but I think it's also a valid question that I think a lot of people that cover this team are asking. Can he be that cornerstone? Can he be that franchise player? He's certainly shown flashes of it, right? He's shown flashes, and I think that's why you see so many people buying jerseys with his name and number on the back. But I don't think I'm ready to anoint him a franchise cornerstone player just yet. He's got all the makings to be, but I still want to see more going forward. Let's go to the phones. How you feeling about this one?
How will our first game go? Will we win? No, we won't. Okay, well, I'm off the bed now, so fuck this shit. I may save and exit. 87 overall. I'm gonna try and get 90 tomorrow. Well, today, but like later today, like tonight, or like yeah, it's already tonight, but like whatever.